Gucci has been linked to some disturbing revelations regarding its involvement in the illegal wildlife trade. Here are some elaborations on the dark secrets surrounding this issue. 1. Exotic skins trade. Gucci has faced criticism for its use of exotic skins, such as python, crocodile, and lizard, in its luxury products. The sourcing of these materials has raised concerns about the involvement of illegal wildlife traffickers who often engage in cruel practices and threaten endangered species. 2. Unregulated sourcing. There have been allegations that Gucci has failed to adequately trace and regulate the sourcing of animal materials used in its products. This lack of oversight can enable the inclusion of illegally obtained skins and furs in their designs, contributing to the demand for poached wildlife. 3. Impact on endangered species. The illegal wildlife trade is a significant contributor to the decline of endangered species around the world. Gucci's involvement, even unintentionally, can perpetuate this destructive cycle by fueling the demand for exotic animal products and contributing to the illegal market. 4. Smuggling and illicit networks. The illegal wildlife trade operates through sophisticated smuggling networks that often involve corruption, fraud, and violence. Gucci's connection to this trade raises concerns about the potential ties between the fashion industry and criminal syndicates involved in smuggling and illicit activities. 5. Lack of transparency. Critics argue that Gucci has not been transparent enough about its sourcing practices and the steps it has taken to combat the illegal wildlife trade. The lack of public disclosure and accountability can lead to suspicions about the brand's commitment to ethical and sustainable practices. Gucci's past use of child labor in its supply chain remained hidden for a significant period due to several factors, including limited transparency, complex supply chains, and inadequate monitoring systems. Here is an elaboration on this issue and the steps taken by Gucci to address it. 1. Lack of transparency. Like many other fashion brands, Gucci faced challenges in ensuring transparency throughout its complex global supply chain. With multiple tiers of suppliers and subcontractors involved, it becomes difficult to trace the origin of materials and the labor practices employed. 2. Limited monitoring systems. In the past, Gucci's monitoring systems may have been insufficient to identify instances of child labor. The lack of rigorous and independent audits allowed these practices to go undetected, enabling unscrupulous suppliers to exploit vulnerable communities. 3. Complex supply chains. Gucci's products often involve various components sourced from different regions worldwide, making it harder to monitor every step of the production process. Subcontracting practices, where work is outsourced to third-party factories, further complicate the traceability of labor conditions. To address the issue of child labor in their supply chain, Gucci has taken several steps. 1. Code of conduct. Gucci established a comprehensive code of conduct that outlines its expectations for suppliers regarding labor standards, including the prohibition of child labor. This code sets the foundation for responsible practices throughout the supply chain. 2. Supplier engagement. Gucci actively engages with its suppliers, working to ensure their compliance with the company's code of conduct. This includes regular assessments, audits, and collaboration to address any issues related to child labor or labor rights violations. 3. Collaboration and certification. Gucci collaborates with organizations such as the Responsible Business Alliance and the Ethical Trading Initiative to improve supply chain transparency and promote ethical labor practices. The brand also encourages suppliers to obtain certifications like SA8000, which demonstrates adherence to international labor standards. 4. Education and empowerment. Gucci invests in programs aimed at educating and empowering workers in its supply chain. By providing training on labor rights, promoting worker empowerment initiatives, and supporting community development projects, Gucci seeks to prevent and address child labor issues at their root causes. 5. Continuous improvement. Gucci recognizes that eradicating child labor requires ongoing efforts. The company continues to strengthen its monitoring systems, enhance supplier relationships, and collaborate with industry stakeholders to create a more transparent and responsible supply chain. Gucci has faced several financial scandals and fraudulent activities over the years, which have had varying impacts on the brand's reputation. Here are some examples, along with elaborations on their implications. 1. Tax evasion. In 2013, Gucci was embroiled in a high-profile tax evasion case. The company was accused of evading taxes in Italy by declaring lower profits and shifting them to a subsidiary in Switzerland. The case resulted in a settlement of around 1.3 billion euros to resolve the allegations. Such tax scandals can damage a brand's reputation as they are seen as unethical and can create a negative perception among consumers. 2. Counterfeit goods. Gucci has been a target of counterfeiters for many years due to its popularity and iconic designs. The presence of counterfeit Gucci products in the market not only affects the company's revenues but also tarnishes its reputation. Customers who unknowingly purchase fake Gucci items may have negative experiences with poor quality or counterfeit products, leading to a loss of trust in the brand. 3. Brand dilution. Gucci has faced criticism for certain design choices and collaborations that have been perceived as diluting the brand's luxury image. For example, collaborations with streetwear brands and the use of excessive logo branding have led some to question the brand's exclusivity and authenticity. While not strictly a financial scandal, these controversies impact the perception of Gucci and may affect the willingness of affluent consumers to invest in their products. 4. Insider trading allegations. In 2017, Gucci's parent company, Kering, faced allegations of insider trading regarding the acquisition of shares in the Italian eyewear brand Safilo. While the specific allegations did not directly implicate Gucci, such scandals within the broader corporate structure can still have an indirect impact on the brand's reputation, especially if perceived as a lack of ethical business practices within the company.